This is a Lynk Co 01, which we bought back in 2018. Underneath the avant-garde exterior, it's basically an XC40. It had a Geely upper body and a Volvo lower body. Speaking from my experience, it did have a European handling style. And after 6 models, we now have the all-new Lynk Co 08. It's bigger, it's smarter, and it's sort of greener. We can see that this car marks a new era. And in this video, let's explore what the fuss is all about between Lynk Co, Geely, and Volvo. I'm Harris, you're watching Mad EV. First, let's take a look at some interesting exterior design on this Lynk Co 08. The face took the inspiration from the next day concept car. You can tell it's a Lynk Co, but quite different from former ones. The iconic daytime running lights are now reimagined, similar to that of Zeekr X. Well, after all, they came from the same designer. The signature body planing behind the front wheel is still there, but this time it becomes a pillar for the broadlit side mirror and was integrated with indicators, 3 cameras for ADAS, and breathing LEDs for the badge, which can show how much the battery have charged. And we suspect that the design is preparing for the digital side view mirror, which is also similar to the Zeekr X. The frameless windows are indeed new to the series, but the flash door is consistent with the 09. We know frameless windows can harm the NVH, but the enhanced overall handsomeness is definitely worth it. Apparently, this new design language marks the era-defining role of this fastback SUV. For the interior, we can see some differences from the previous Lynk Cos. Apart from a big 92-inch AI HUD, 23 speakers including 2 in the headrest, and a 15-watt wireless charger with cooling vent, the most revolutionary feature for the Lynk Co lineup is this infotainment system. You see, last year, the founder of Geely, Li Shufu, acquired Meizu, the 11th largest smartphone manufacturer in the world. And that is why this Lynk Co 08 has the latest Meizu Flyme Auto operating system, very similar to the Huawei Harmony OS in terms of function and operating logic. Here's the thing about Geely. It's absolutely brutal when it comes to technological development. When a car company wants to boost their technology, it normally puts in many years of hard work. But when Geely wanted its car to be safer, it went and acquired the company that produced the safest car in the world, Volvo. And when the infotainment system of all Geely is being widely complained, it acquired Meizu, probably the only viable phone company besides Huawei, Xiaomi, Oppo, Vivo, and pretty much every single one in China. Some may say this Flyme Auto just saved all the other Lynk Co's cars, but it couldn't. Because sadly, due to the complex architectures, hardware, and supply chain, there are 7 different systems in 7 different models, including the 08. So the existing OS cannot be replaced. As a 4.8-meter midsize SUV, this Lynk Co 08 still uses the CMA Platform, instead of the Spark platform under the smaller Volvo XC60. Well, speaking of CMA, let me give you a retrospective on its course in China. After acquiring the passenger car department of Volvo, Geely didn't find it very decent, taking the CMA directly from the Swedish company, so initiated a joint venture brand called Lynk Co. And their first car 01 was built right on the Volvo CMA platform. From then on, every car after the 01, well except the 06 and 09, was built on this platform. Yet, the involvement of Geely was increasing gradually. At some point, Geely has learned enough to use its own CMA for its own cars, like Xingyue and Xingrui, and then it modified it into the CMA 1.5 for better intelligence and plug-in ability, exclusively for Xingyue L, Boyue L, and Galaxy L7. And now, the situation is different. With some help from Volvo, Geely became the one who initiated the CMA 2.0 for the Lynk Co 08. The platform was now optimized for intelligence, compatibility, and plug-in ability. Allegedly, the next generation Volvo XC60 will be built on the CMA 2.0 platform. But given that the company is transitioning to an all-electric one, we guess that the possibility of it using the SPA 2.0 is higher. And it could even be named as EX60, just like how the XC90 was renamed EX90. Back to the question at the beginning, what is going on among Lynk Co, Geely, Volvo, and Zeekr? Apparently, Lynk Co is more intimate with Zeekr in terms of design, given that it was once part of Lynk Co, and they are still sharing the same kind of design language. However, the situation will change in the future, because Lynk Co focus more on PHEV, while Zeekr focus only on EV. Geely's VP of Global Design, Stephen Silaf, even personally said that it's like they are going through a telophase of a mitosis. As for Geely, it already got the CMA and SPA platform tech from Volvo through the Lynk Co joint venture, and has built its own SE Haohan platform for all-electric cars and Northvolt powertrain for the latest PHEV lineup. As a result, there's some overlay between Geely and Lynk Co regarding the plug-in aspect, so the support from Geely will probably be less in the future. At its best, Lynk Co will be a test field for Geely. The Flyme OS is the exact example. Finally, there's Volvo. Although Lynk Co's fundamental technologies are originated from Volvo, the Swedish company's transitioning to an all-electric one and the independent listing of its electric division are proving that it's gradually disassociating itself from others. So there are good news and bad news for Lynk Co. The bad news is that there will be less connection among these brands in the future, considering that Geely now has Galaxy for PHEV, Zeekr for EV, and Geely for ICE cars. While Volvo is going all-electric, Lynk Co only has itself to count on. The good news is that in China, it's uniquely positioned in the market, plus a fashionable brand tonality and a European bloodline. In Europe, it can make use of Volvo's existing sales channel as an inherent advantage. And after Volvo stopped producing ICE cars, you guys can see it as a Volvo with an engine. So what do you think of Lynk Co? Considering Volvo's positioning is similar to Audi's, do you consider Lynk Co a premier brand like Volkswagen? Let me know in the comment, and don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and share with your friends. After all, your support is what drives us to keep on. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time.